as we have said in our last video, we're going to go over slots. So we're going to go over to our create drop down. We're going to choose our first slot, center to center slot. So what this one does is, as you will see, we'll click on our origin. We'll then create a line. We'll then click again. Now, as you see, you can make this however big you want, and as you see where these arrows are, that is determining the diameter of how thick we want our slot to be. Now, a center to center slot, as you can see from this line, you create this by the very center of the radius of this circular portion here on both ends. You go down to our next slot, overall slot is going to be a little different. So let's say we'll put our point here, and we'll drag it over. Now, as you can see, instead of being in the center portion of the slot, from this slot to this slot, when you create the center point slot, it starts from the center of the radius of these circles here. So you can see this is where we drew our line here to here. When we drew our line on this one, it went from this outer circular edge to this outer circular edge. So that's what defines those. So center point slot to overall slot. Now a center point slot, as you will see, we're going to choose our center point of the slot that we want to do. We'll then click on this end, and now as you can see, it will create an overall length. So basically we're creating the very center point of this slot, and then we're going to determine how long we want it in one direction. It will then make an exact copy of length over to this side. Go over to our next slot is a 3-point arc slot. So we'll go ahead and click here, click here. Now it's going to have you determine a specific arc point. So we'll just go ahead and place it right there. Now it's going to have you determine a thickness you want it to be. So we'll just go ahead and hit 6. And as you can see, it creates a arced slot. A center point arc slot, which is our last one in this column. So this one's a little interesting. You can click on the point of which you want the radius to be drawn. Click right here. You can arc it however much you want. You can go to about a halfway point, or you can go to about 180 degree, or a 270, or almost to a 360. You can put it wherever you want. So for this demonstration, we'll go to 234.3, and then you can determine, once again like the others, how thick you want the slot to be. Slots are pretty useful, especially when you get into the 3D portion of it. I've already kind of made a part here. As you can see, here's some things you can do with the slots. This is a arced slot, as you can tell, but you can put little grooves and pieces of material, and it's pretty neat. So I haven't really used these a whole lot, but I don't really think about them a whole lot, but they are there and they can be handy. So alright, so that concludes this video. Our next video will be on splines. Splines are pretty fun, unique, and are pretty useful. So our next video will be on that. So hopefully you stick around, and hopefully I'll see you there.